What's happening, guys? Martin Martinez back again. You know where we are, so let's get into it. So guys, thank you very much for the comments, likes, and subscriptions. Try my best, but I think I can just put up these videos periodically. New things come up, guys. I'll keep an eye on it, and I'll by all means put a video out. Just trying to get myself, I'd say, back in shape. I'm starting to lose some of the weight now, and I'm making progress. Focusing mainly on maybe just eating fish. Not going to go as far as saying I'm fully vegetarian or vegan or anything like that, but at the same time having a lot less meat or red meat, a lot less chicken, anything else like that. I'm not eating that at all really, and I'm just trying to maintain the fitness. So it's coming along, guys, so I have a bit more clarity now on what I'm trying to do. But nonetheless, let's get into it in respect of these fragrances. So it appears, guys, that periodically every season Zara will release a summer version, winter version, maybe even, I don't know, spring, depending on what's going on, some type of flanker to what they have potentially originally. So for those that know, again, this is a staple of the Zara fragrances through and through. This is Soul, which is a inspired version of Invictus, but it doesn't seem to have the same length of it doesn't seem to have the same longevity in the same way as I say as Invictus. And obviously you do get what you pay for. You're paying $9.99 for this. But nonetheless, this is very pleasant. It's very nice. It's very refreshing, very aquatic. What I like about this one, it has some mandarin. It has some nutmeg in the top notes. I believe there's like an aquatic note as well in there. And just looking at Fragrantica now, it's saying in the base notes it has some amber. It's a nice fragrance. It's slightly alcoholic in the opening. $9.99, can't go wrong. But I think for what it is though, guys, you're going to struggle with any type of longevity, and that's going to be the issue for this one. I have no problem with this fragrance. $9.99, I mean, I'm not expecting too much, but at the same time, just be willing to reapply. That's all I can say in respect of the original version. Now we go on to the summer version, and I've had this bottle for some time now, guys, so you can see that this is an older type of cap. This is the same type of new ones that they have out now, and this is the summer version. Now, obviously, this is made with the intention that you're going to wear it in maybe a hot type of environment. I tried to look on Fragrantica for the breakdown, the note breakdown, but it doesn't really seem to have anything on this one, other than saying, compared to the two, other than saying on the website for Zara, it says that it has apple, cedar, orange blossom, and that is ultimately it. So I think just by smelling it, the only variation I would say between the two, this one's slightly heavier on the nutmeg, but this is not like this is not like this version, which is the winter version. This is one of my favorite ones. You can see how much juice I have left in that one. This one is heavy on the nutmeg. This is, I think, one of the best releases of all of them. But nonetheless, that's the winter version. So we're just talking about these two now. So this one is saying it's got this, say this type of mandarin, nutmeg, probably lavender in there, some amber in the base, and that's really where it goes. This one, however, seems to focus more on the lighter side. It says it has some apple in there. And I think for me, the two obviously very similar. You're not going to get much variation to some extent, and potentially you could wear both and may not necessarily know. But what I think lets this one down a little bit for me is the apple note is just taking it slightly away from where it needs to be. I don't know if I don't believe there's really much of a focus of the aquatic note in this one, and if it is there, it's very much been dialed down. I do believe, obviously, as I say, they're very similar. This one is saying it's got cedar in it. This probably does have cedar in it in the base. Maybe amber and this one may not be enough. But I think the guys, to be honest, when it comes to longevity, you're going to get more for what you can get for this one. But obviously, if you're in a hot circumstance, maybe this one you might like. Maybe this one might be a little bit too much for you. But I'm using that word sparingly. Too much is not really too much for these, to be honest, guys. $9.99. I think you can buy both for about $12.99 as a pack anyway. So you're not really doing yourself any injustice if you were to buy both. And furthermore, this one, again, for longevity, you're not really getting longer than about an hour, if that. So make sure, obviously, you're in a hot environment. I wore this to the gym, and I wasn't noticing after an hour. It just dissipated and was totally gone. Equally, this one, I know it's supposed to be lighter. I know it's supposed to be the summer version. But for me, it's not really. It seems to it opens in the same way of the original version, but then it starts going away in a different direction with this apple note, which I don't quite really, doesn't quite really work for me. So again, longevity wise, I have tried this in the heat, and yes, in a hot environment, I mean, wow, if you're in the 30 degrees, yes, you're gonna smell it a little bit more. Whereas if you're in 30-degree weather, maybe this one might be a little bit too much. But if you're in a slightly more colder environment, this one will just go and it will just disappear. So this is why I've got so much juice left in it, because this is lasting me probably for the past 3 summers or so. So I would say, guys, if you're gonna spend your money, buy the multi-pack. I don't think you can't really go too wrong. Let's see how much the multi-pack actually is in the UK. Can't comment on obviously other countries, guys, because I don't know. But let me see. And this is according to Fregratica. Sorry, Zara in the UK. Yes, $12.99. So for what it is, guys, you're buying one for $9.99 and you're buying two for $12.99. Just buy both of them. Do yourself a bit of a test of yourself. I personally would prefer this one if I was to get one alone and I couldn't pick up two, because I just feel like this one is only going to work in certain circumstances. You really do need the high heat. This doesn't seem to really align as much with the Invictus vibe that I get from this one, and that's because there's more of a nutmeg vibe going on this, and in respect of this one. While this one's slightly more middle of the road with the base notes, with the amber and the nutmeg in there to give it a bit more spice and keep it in line with the Invictus. It doesn't say it has grapefruit in it, but with the mandarin, I think in there, it takes it along that line. Whereas this one seems to go slightly different direction in the dry down with this apple, but it just really is very weak. And I think because it's aimed at the summer temporada, the summer season, and therefore it's not really something I'd say that you could really just wear all year round. This one potentially you could, but again, it doesn't really last that long. If you are to buy one, guys, if you can get your hands on it, I would recommend the winter version. But again, for summertime, that could be a little bit too heavy. So that being said, between the two of them, which one would I rate? Which one would I prefer? I'm going to go with this one. I think you get a little bit more bang for your buck. Bear in mind, you've only paid $9.99. You're not really spent that much money, guys, and I don't think you can really go wrong. It's definitely not inoffensive. Some ladies like it, but to be honest, guys, if you can afford it, I'd say stick with Invictus, the original version. That one is the Playboy. That one will get the job done in the high heat. That one will last. All my days, that one will last. And I think we'll be wearing that at some point very soon, guys. So that was my quick breakdown on these two. If I was to give these from a rating from 1 to 5, obviously for the price point being 5 out of 5 because it's $9.99. Longevity, both wouldn't get probably more than maybe about 2.5, maybe 3, if that. You'll get more longevity from this one, as I say, compared to this one. And ultimately, when it comes to compliments, which is a key thing as well, I can't say I've had any compliments on this because I just don't think it lasted long enough on my skin. I have had compliments on this one. But again, if you want to be really smart, play the game, I will go along the line of Blue Man Spirit. That one takes it slightly more along the line of the winter version, and there's a lot more focus. It seems to be on the heavier notes and the bass notes for that one. These seem to be quite light. I think these came out before Blue Man Spirit. These are more the original type of versions, or this one at least was. So by all means, guys, go and check them out. Let me know your thoughts. Thank you for the comments, like, and subscriptions. I'm going to keep it going as and when I can. I do appreciate the support. And if you want to leave your comments down below, have you tried out both of these? What are your thoughts? Which one do you think is the best one? Let me know in the comments, guys, and maybe we'll do a review on it very shortly. I've also, as a quick note, been trying to get a video done on this one for 9.0 because this actually won the most liked YouTube fragrance that I did a review on. But it's just trying to get the sound quality right and everything else. But I need to get some ladies for you guys to show you. By all means, guys, thank you very much, and I hope to see you soon on the next video. Ciao!